Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and this is a Thursday afternoon. Actually, it's July 2nd, and hitting a 3-day weekend, so looking forward to that. And it's a traditional Mocha Thursday in our household. So my wife and I, ever since the whole COVID thing hit, we decided to give ourselves a little bit of a break when possible to get out of the house to go get some mocha. So it is a treat, and I've got a plan for it in terms of what I eat, at least try. But it's a nice treat to have once a week. I know people who do this like almost every day, and I'm like, how in the world can you? The calorie intake is incredible. So I'm feeling guilty already having it, but it's a good guilt. All right. Hopefully this will actually be a very short episode. I'm really, really planning on it. But we know me and plans and short episodes, they never go well. So after looking at this issue with this problem with a non-null value and not null and true and blah, 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 is I couldn't figure out a way to return a value and making sure that the value was going to not be null. And how do I create the value for the out parameter based on its type, and could I use activator create instance, and does it have a parameterless constructor, and blah, blah, blah. I sat through all these conditions in my head, and I went, you know what? If you are handling this method and you want it to return true, then it is your responsibility in either the delegate or in your handler, whatever it does. Let's actually switch to the code here. And we'll do word wrap off. So the problem becomes here when you set the result is that the delegate, the out parameter there, or if you return a return value, it's unfortunate that you have to actually, in this case, because it's an out, you have to, I think, have a delegate or something like that. Is that down here in the runtime? Yeah, because in this, no, we do. Oh, we use a func there. That's right. And we say that's the hand. If there is a handler, then you call that. And in the cases of these, you'd have to say you have to provide the handler. There's no other way around it. And you got to make sure that the out value is actually correct. So the intent is that what I will do is right here where I say return result, I'm going to do the pragma warning trick and just get this so that the return values, when I do an out, that's the trick. I don't need to do it like in this case. Here, because there's no out value. That parameter, that attribute couldn't come up. And there's other attributes that are related to nullable ones. And I said, you know what, maybe this will get rid of some other ones. I'm just like, I don't care at this point. I care, but I don't care. Really, the responsibility is not in the method itself for it to handle it. If you want to hook this, then you need to make sure that the return value cast error in this case is actually going to be correct. Okay? So, and what I could do too is just say, you know what? Every time I return a result, doesn't matter in what context or where. I could be smart and put the pragma warning, disable, and restore in based on whether you have an out parameter or not. But I'm sitting there going, no, I don't want to be that crazy. So let's actually go through and see in rocks. Let's close all this out because I don't think we need it anymore. And go into method templates. Okay. And so in here we want to find, oh, guys, there's going to be a lot of return values in here. Get the full return value. This is a action, right? And actions we don't care about because, yeah, it's not null if, not null when true. That's basically saying the return value is. So we just want to look at the funcs. Okay, so in this case, now this may screw up some things with the code that I'm generating, and that it's looking, to say, oh, you've got this in there, and that might break, but we can go back and fix those. Okay. We have to have the mighty spaces in there. And then we will say restore. Okay. We have those up there, so that already works. So let's go look at another function. Yep. I'm going to put that there. And then we'll say restore. And again, I don't care where this is happening or in what context. Actually, return value and no arguments. Out initializers. Yeah, I don't think we know at this point. We're just sticking strings in, so I don't think we know. And I don't care. As I say, I don't care. I don't care. Okay, get function. Blah, 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 blah. And that should be, well, yeah, we gotta be a little careful here, because I think we also need it here, just in case. Okay. Let's run all tests, and let's see. Some might fail because they are based on the method templates in terms of the text that they're expecting, but it's that big one that I'm really concerned about. That one, if it no longer fails, then we've fixed this. Again, it doesn't feel like I sat there and I went, I really can't come up with a way to say, look at those attributes and determine, should I return a value? And in that case, do I do something or not do something? What's funny too is that if you look at this commented code here, you would think, okay, let's take this out for a second. Okay, comment that out. You would think that this, like, why am I taking a temporary value, assigning it to the value, exclamation point, then assigning value to that and returning true? Why can't I just say value is equal to value, like exclamation point? Nope, that does not work. You actually have to assign it to, assignment made to same variable. Do you mean assign to something else? What your fix is just to suppress that error. So I was like, well, that's stupid. That's just like, really? Really? Okay. So, yeah, that's where I just went, enough is enough. And we're just going to do that. Did that actually help? We do have 9 failing, but you notice they're all in the templates. They're not, no, we don't need to keep it there anymore. But they're not that problem. So let's go through these and fix them, because, yeah, now you see we got that. Because I got a thing and I got something, and so which one is this? Yeah, so here I can say, let's just put let's see if that actually fixes that, because then we'll know that the pattern is actually holding and we can fix the other ones. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to get close to 30 minutes at this point. Passes. Good, getting my mocha shots. Does not have alcohol in it though, because we would not want that. Well, we're in a 3-day weekend. We're going to have fun. I want to use this 3-day weekend to relax. I want to play some Minecraft, because I've started to really wanted to play that. I've never played Minecraft that seriously. And sometimes play it, a little bit with my kids every so often, and we would just build worlds. We wouldn't do it in we do it in creative. But I finally said, you know what? I'm kind of interested in just playing the game and actually building stuff, but being in survival and having to defend myself. And I've got my kids because they know everything about Minecraft. How do they do this? Well, Dad, you just need to go over here, mine this, build this, put this over here, and cast this spell, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how do you know all this? Well, they're teenagers. So go figure. So I want to play that this weekend. I want to go on a really long bike ride and enjoy that. I'll probably have to do some lawn stuff as well. And it is hot here. It's like 90. For Minnesota, that's getting up there. But it's the summer. That's not atypical. Do that. Grill out. Have some beers. Just have it be a really fun weekend. So we will see how that goes. But I want to fix these so they're not on my mind. I think I actually said put 2 spaces here, right? Because I wanted these to be kind of set apart. That is also one thing. Whoops, no. Put that there. Okay. There's one thing I'm actually looking forward to when I get this to be code generated through source generators. I think it's going to be a much cleaner result overall. And I think it's going to be, I don't say easier to maintain, but it will make more sense. It's just, like I said, there's things I have to keep in mind when I do this in terms of I'm not looking at reflection anymore and all this stuff. In some ways, I'm almost anticipating it's going to be a rewrite. I mean, it is and it isn't. There's obviously a lot of hard-won things here that I have to keep in mind, but there's also it's going to be a whole new model, and it's going to be a whole new way of doing things, and it's kind of like when I started this library. It's been 5 years since I started this, and it all came as an idea of, hey, instead of using IL to mock a type, why don't we actually use generated code and build the types that way? And here we are. There's actually now I think it's called Dispatch Proxy, if I remember right. There is I actually have to go to a different class because I have all these as Dispatch Proxy. Yeah. And that actually allows you to generate proxy objects on the fly, which is why I think I was the first to actually build a proxy library in .NET way back in .NET 1.0 days. Most people ended up using Castle Proxy or whatever it's called, Castle Dynamic Proxy. But I think I built the first one, then I updated it for 2.0 with generics, and then I left it for so many years, and I just decided not to update it anymore. So yeah, let's run these and see what happens with tests. But now there's one of those. I could technically use that, arguably, for some of the things I'm looking at doing in Rocks. But since I want to have these all as code-generated things anymore, now I don't think that would really happen. So my wife is texting me because we have a new cat. I think I mentioned that in one of my previous episodes, and one of our older cats just had a couple teeth pulled, and they're doing a checkup, and so she's there, but she had to bring a stool sample from our little kitten because it was a stray, and sometimes strays, they get worms. I mean, that's not uncommon, and so he's been on a med, and oh, okay, so I'll ignore that because it has nothing to do with what we're trying to do here. 2 failed. Crap. Why did 2 fail? Let's check. So how off are we? Fragment warning, restore. Expect that we. Yeah, but now which one is this? Oh, duh, I'm calling it. Yes, we used to have a tab there. Okay, I think that fixes that one. And then this one, That looks aligned correctly there. Let's check out what the function is doing here. Can't tell. Let's actually look at this error. Ragma warning. Huh. It's also saying there's a tab. Oh, is it? Are they calling the same thing? That might be. They just fixed it. We'll see. Okay. If this works, awesome. That would be very cool. Got the song Under Pressure in my head. I don't know, because I just heard it. I was listening to it before. But no problems. All right. That is cool. 124. Addressed issue with out parameters. Addressed. So now we've actually solved this bug. So I'm going to come back after I've done all the branching and updating and stuff. I'm going to come back and look at one more thing. So hold on. All right, I am back. I got everything updated. The one thing I wanted to look at too is this one with the NuGet package. I thought I did this for rocks, but I may not have. So I want to look at what I did in Spackle, which I don't have open yet. So we're going to get that open, and then we can close console app 2 because that can go bye-bye. So we're going to say open, and we're going to go to Spackle, open that one. Okay. And this I just want to look at because there's a couple of things I needed to set on purpose to do. Okay. Oh, look, 2019 is an update. How wonderful. I'll get right on that, sir. Okay, so I probably didn't because in the props and the targets, you have to do a couple things. That's just the FX cop analyzers. That's just that. Nothing special there, but I think it's the targets. Yeah. So that does that. God, what were all the steps that I needed to do? Forgot. Continuous integration build, copy description embed, includes symbols. We have that. I think we already have those things. Project package version, publish repository. I think we need that. We already have that. Symbol package format is needed, and then you also need that. So I do not think I have those. Let's just check here quick. Or I do, which means that this is already done. And it is. We have nothing to do. This was already done at some point in the past, so we're good. Closing comment. That's the way you want to end a weekend. Okay, that's the way you want to end it. Our milestones, if you look at our milestones, I think for this one, I don't remember what I just saw it in here, and it was paralyzed mock creation. I'm actually going to take this off of the milestone because I'm going to take this off of 4.2.0 because if I get rocks to work as a source generator, then there is no need to do parallelization. Put the comment in there. You idiot. Go back. Milestones. Clear this milestone. There we go. So now 4.2 is actually done. So if I look at my milestones, 4.2 and 4.0, did I actually update all of the things? Or are they still 4? No, because I put the version in, is it props? Yeah, so that's actually 4.2, We could actually publish 4.2 now if we wanted to. I think I will do that off camera though, because if I remember right, if I go to NuGet.org, that's great. Not the Black Lives Matter. That's good. I want to be clear. It's the NuGet TLS thing. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Rocks. What do I actually have up here? I have 4.1. Yes. So I will publish 4.2. Put the information about what. Well, I just spilled a little bit. A mess I'm making here. All right. I'm going to put in for 4.2. I'm going to put a new package up. I'm going to post the issues off camera, not do them now. And then I'm going to, the plan is, because plans always change, but the plan is, again, to try to do inline mapper as a source generator and see if I can handle the cases that I think I need to handle there, because if I can, then I will handle rocks, and that will be a lot of episodes, I think. And I also want to get back to editor config generator. There's, I want to be able to generate some of the rule things that you can do to say like fields should always be camel cased, or they should start with a underscore, or things like that. I think I could look for those and then generate those as well. I would like to add that in and do some other work there. So there's lots of things that I can do. It's all good. But I'm going to end the day off camera and do all that stuff. So that is all for right now. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.